Hi class, welcome to art. Today I have a really fun project. It's an accordion book with flowers and butterflies and insects. Let's get started. For this project you will need washable markers or regular markers, crayons, glue stick, paintbrush or a Q-tip, pencil, black ballpoint pen, your accordion book from a previous lesson, and colored pencils. We're going to start with our accordion book. You can unwrap it and open to the first page. I've practiced drawing some flowers you can see to the left, and I used some of the pictures that I took above for inspiration. I'm going to draw the one I pointed to start. And I'm just going to slowly use a ballpoint pen and fill in the petals. If you would rather use pencil to start and then trace in ballpoint pen, that works as well. I'm going to put a different type of flower in the center of each page. I like to have a variety of shapes and textures. All right, so now I've completed my illustrations and put a different flower on each page. The next step is to draw a vine that connects all of the flowers together. And I like to add some curlicues that make it look like the vine is growing. Alright, so I finished drawing the vine, but now I want to make it look a little more substantial. So I'm going to make it double all throughout the whole piece. I've completed outlining and making the vine double. Now I'm going to draw some leaves. You can see there's a collection of leaves at top. You can pick any leaf you want. You can have lots of different leaves, or you can invent your own leaf. I like to use pictures for inspiration. I'm also adding tendrils that come out of the vine. All right, so I've completed drawing the whole book. I've saved a little space for some butterflies. You can also see I added a worm and a ladybug, but you want to save a little space so you can add some insects. You can also see on the end of the book I have a nice big space for a butterfly. I'm going to start by sketching in pencil, just because I want to make sure I get my butterfly symmetrical. And then I'm going to outline in ballpoint pen. Looking at the top, I'm going to use those butterfly pictures for inspiration for my piece. Okay, so now I'm going to start coloring in my book. Right now I'm using pencil, and I'm just filling in all of the space, just like a coloring book. And you can color this however you want. I'm going to use a combination of pencil and washable marker for my book. You could also use crayons and regular markers. All right, so I finished filling in all of the colors for my book. Now I want to show you a really fun technique. Take a brush or a Q-tip with water and go over the areas of marker. As you go over the areas, you'll notice that the marker is blending in with the water. This gives a nice watercolor feeling to the piece. Do that on all your areas of marker. Well, the insides of my book are finished. Now I want to work on the cover. Cut a small piece of paper that's a little bit smaller than the size of the book. And then you can make any kind of cover you want. I'm going to sketch in pencil, just going to write the word flowers. That's going to be the title of my book. Then I'll decorate it with pen and marker and pencil. Alright, so here's my illustration for the front of the cover. Now I'm going to glue it down using glue stick. Once I put it down, I want to get a piece of paper to set on top and rub that piece of paper so that it makes the illustration more secure to the cover. Now the book is done. Let's take a look inside. You can see the beautiful watercolor effect that happened with the washable markers. I've added some butterflies. There's a ladybug, an inchworm. So here's the whole project. Hope you had fun making it. Remember, you can make yours however you want.